AVP from Unknown Origin Effects, and I'm just briefly going to go over some of the ingredients of doing a mask mold or prop mold. We have previously recorded doing a prop mold, which I have latex and waiting to dry, and I will show you the ingredients on my workshop table here. We've got, I use some plaster Paris, some cheap stuff you can buy at I think Walmart carries it. Also got my latex, which I get from frightprops.com. It's their secret formulated latex. I get this for it's 1 gallon. I get for about $37. I'm getting a 5 gallon for about $175, which sounds like a lot, but this alone I've made tons of masks and still haven't went through. As well as I thin it out just a tad bit with clear ammonia. I also use baby powder to brush on the inside of any latex products that I pull out of the molds whenever I'm pulling them out, so that they don't stick to each other or to itself. And I think after this we're going to be pulling out the prop that I have previously poured latex into. What I have here is a plaster mold of a prop that I sculpted out of clay, water-based clay, and it's a mixture of a couple different creatures, a gator and frog, humanoid. And what I'm about ready to do is I got it cleaned out, and I'm gonna already mixed my latex as you've seen previously, all slow and creepy. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pour it in there and slush it around. And this is what, when you make masks, it's called slush casting. And if you can get it all the way up to the top, it's good. If not, it doesn't matter. So you just pour the latex in there. And then you pretty much just shake it up. Try to get as much on all the sides as you can. And because this has got high sides with the volume of latex I have in there, I'm also going to brush it up. And that also is what happens with masks as well. So I just poured out the latex using what would be the tail of my little creature of this prop. Vero Noah right here, so it just came out in a very narrow path into my overflow latex cup. And what I did was around the edges, I just took my brush and smoothed out some latex, so that in the end of it, once I peel it out, I have something not only to hold on to, but so if there's any defects, it's hopefully not within my actual prop, it's within the outside here, and then I can clip that away at the end. So for right now, it's a waiting process for this coat to dry. I usually set a fan on it on high, and I'll check on it and I'll rotate it just in case there's some thicker patches of latex that needs moved around. Alright, now that it's primarily like a yellowish color, like eggshell, it's almost fully set up dry. There's a few spots in the deeper crevices. We'll just smooth that out with the brush. None of it's smoothing, so it's not anything to be worried about. We can either wait and let that dry, or we can smooth it out with the brush here and then go ahead and apply a second coat. Just work it around, see what else we got here. Alright, so I had previously molded this and this prop that I sculpted, and now latexed it with 3 coats of latex. There's just a little bit that's not completely dry. You can see the white down there. It's dry to the touch, but by appearance you can just tell. But because of the deep crevices and stuff, I know the fan's not going to get to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do what I always do. Put some baby powder in there and just rub it along with the brush. Boom, there we go.
Yeah. Show that detail.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to see everything right now, but it's got a muscly arm, big eye, mutated eye. There's gonna be some things I'm gonna have to cut out, like this. This shouldn't be there. I'll have to cut that off. This is a little weak arm. This is a little weak leg. Human foot, kind of an alligator back, tail, real scaly. This is all extra just to help me pull it off the mold, so I'm gonna have to cut all that off. This is like human toes, and then got tons of little bumps and warts and stuff. And this is just the gnarly nose and mouth, sharp teeth, and a little pop belly. So to do the bottom of this little guy, I poured latex in a skillet that I make props with to get this little flat latex pancake, and then I sat them on top of it, latexed it, and waited for it to sit up. For the inside, I use this polyester batting, which I think we got wintertime. It's called snow cover. You could it's also like the same stuff that comes in webbing, or similar to the web that you would get for Halloween. You know, they mark it up during the holidays, but you know, it's real fibrous. But you could also cut up upholstery foam and stick it in there and stuff. But I like this stuff because you can move it around to the shape of your prop a little bit better than cut up parts of upholstery foam. And it still gives you some durability, not so firm. Anyhow, so this wasn't as big as I needed it to be for him, or for the next prop I need, this guy. So I poured another one, and I already powder coated it so it won't stick to itself, and all I gotta do is peel it up and out. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Just hopefully that's gonna be big enough. Once I get the edges to match where I need it to, yeah, that's just gonna cover just enough along the outside edge, and it looks really rough right now. Alright, so got a little swamper here, and we are attaching his latex bottom, which I explained previously.
angle I want. Let me see if I can find it again. It's just barely big enough. Get it on there. And one trick I do to help it stay. Slide it on a piece of this foam board, which I could have already had planned out, but and then see, I don't have my other push pins, but take needles or push pins, and we'll just find some raised spots and either tack, push pin down some spots. Okay, so this guy's still drying. That's my finished little swamper. That's the guy still in process. He still needs some work, some trimming up, paint and such. For this guy, if anyone's curious, I did it all by hand, no airbrushing. Greens, browns, blacks, red, a little bit of purple, white, and then some stage blood, and then sealed it. Actually did yellow as a base coat. I'm not going to show the actual painting process, because whatever prop that you do yourself, you do it however you want to. But the video is mainly to show kind of like basic steps in how I've done stuff through pouring the latex, pulling it out, and that kind of thing. And the next prop is going to be a pretty big one. It's going to be totally different than this. It's not going to be latex, but there might be latex involved. Thanks for watching the video, for all you who tuned in, and please leave any comments, any suggestions for stuff. I'm open to a lot of stuff. I've learned a lot in a very short amount of time. I learn stuff all the time. So if you got any knowledge you can pass on to me as well, that'd be freaking awesome. Just leave with my own logo that I've made for Unknown Origin Effects.